All right, we are back for round two of a Red Raccoon weekly premiere tournament. We've got Darth Vader from Jump to Lightspeed with that yellow base, that sweet swarming aggro deck, going up against Maul from Twilight of the Republic with a red force base, a spicy combination from one of our prolific players here. Let's check it out. On the left, we have Garrett playing Maul with the red force base. And on the right, we have Matt rocking that Vader yellow. So Garrett, we've previously seen him on the channel playing Kylo Data Vault, taking down the Cabbages and Kings Win-A-Case tournament. So here he is bringing the spice here with Maul from Twilight of the Republic. And then Matt, we've also seen in a few videos, bringing back the Vader yellow that has treated him well. Both players rocking a showcase and a mat, repping their leaders here. So both very stylish here. So of course we know this Vader pilot deck is going to try to swarm the space and get play very aggressively. Now Maul also is very aggressive, and we see him paired with a force base, double red. So we got to think about what is he going to be trying to activate with the force here. Since Maul coming from set 3, leader ability is just give a unit overwhelm. So it doesn't require the force, but we did see in that opening hand, Garrett drew a Darth Tyrannus, which gets ambush while the force is with you. So that's at least one force payoff card there. So we'll see what other tricks Garrett has up his sleeves. All right, so starting off, looks like Garrett has the initiative. He's going to hope for something to put some pressure on, to maybe race Matt or contest him in space. Plays the new Kylo Ren unit, so we do see something that can have a space payoff. And Matt only able to get one unit this first play, the Republic Y-Wing. Typically the Vader decks like to see two, so they have multiple options to get the tie generator going. So Kylo attacks base 4-2, generating the force. So remember, it's a 2-3 with overwhelm, and when you attach an upgrade to it, you may use the force to draw a card. Republic Y-Wing attacks base for 1. So Matt will be able to use Vader to generate a tie. The Grand Inquisitor comes down for Garrett. We see Matt create that tie token. Garrett claims initiative here. Matt taps 3 for a Lurking Tie Phantom. Great card there. A lot of Red's removals is direct damage, and the Lurking Tie just shuts that down, as it cannot be damaged, defeated, or captured by enemy card abilities. So a great play for Matt here. So Garrett on the initiative. He's got Kylo Ren and the Grand Inquisitor. Looks like he's got aggression in hand, and we also see that Darth Tyrannus. Grand Inquisitor is going to go to base for 4. Bring Matt's health up to 6. Sorry, damage up to 6 on base. Matt's going to tap 3 for Victor Leader, giving all friendly space units +1/+1. But here comes aggression. So with that double red, only costs 4. So it looks like Garrett's going to deal 4 to Victor Leader, and then ready Grand Inquisitor. Lurking Tie deals 4 to base. Grand Inquisitor gets a second attack, deals another 4. So Matt has 10 damage on base. Garrett 5. Kylo Ren swings in again, bringing Matt's base damage up to 12. So that aggression helping ready and just put more pressure on Matt. So Matt did create a tie token after the Phantom attack. The second tie is going to go in. He's now going to exploit 2 of them and bring out the that separatist ship for only one resource because you defeated 2 tokens. All right, so Garrett goes ahead with the force throw. And Matt is going to discard No Good to Me Dead. 2 damage to Matt's space unit there. So Matt, 4 damage from the Lurking Tie. Garrett plays Darth Tyrannus, ambushing into nothing, but it does come in shielded there. And that unit before the separate ship was the Geonosis Patrol Fighter. All right, so Matt plays down the Republic Y-Wing and a Clone Combat Squadron, which gets +1/+1 for every friendly space unit. And so that Clone Combat Squadron has a base stats of 3/3, so it is a 6/6 right now. Both players on 6 resources. Garrett is going to play I Am Your Father, threatening to deal 7 damage, but Matt says no and allows Garrett to draw 3 cards. So both leaders can come out here today. Now Garrett has already spent 3 resources, so Matt does not have to worry about an aggression coming in to defeat the Vader pilot leader. But Garrett has a giant hand here. So Matt taps 3. Is going to play another Victor leader. Clone Combat Squadron at 8/8 now. Since Victor leader has its buff and it's just another space unit out there. Darth Tyrannus goes into base for 4. So Matt's base damage at 18. Garrett at 14. And Garrett deploys Maul and follows up with a constructed lightsaber. That's a 2/3, but gives raid 2 to Vilna units. So that Maul is hitting for 10 damage. This can get really scary for Matt because Garrett can do 2 damage off Kylo and then 10 from Maul. So Matt deploys Vader on the ground, but Garrett knows to attack with Kylo Ren first. Matt needs something like a outmaneuver or a no good to me dead to try to stall this Maul here. Now the Clone Combat Squadron just doing a Hail Mary, bringing Garrett's base up to 23, but now Garrett swings in with Maul and deals lethal to Matt's base, so Garrett with the Maul red, 4 space, taking game 1. So Matt had a decent start, but Garrett just, that damage output towards the end, and able to, I think Garrett playing aggression and readying the Grand Inquisitor and taking out the Victor leader was a really good tempo play there. It basically negated Matt's play that turn, and it allowed Garrett to just push more damage. So we might see Matt run a little bit more disruption here, maybe some waylays, some more no good to me deads to improve the consistency. Might even see something nice like a outmaneuver to just exhaust the entire ground arena. Now Garrett might side in more of a space presence. Double red. Any red deck will probably have disabling Fang fighters in the main or side. That can definitely do some work when Vader deploys, but also any other pilots Matt might be running. I think something that would be good for Matt is the shuttle ST-149 to be able to give shields to things, as again, all of Garrett's removal is going to come from direct damage, so shields are very helpful. So we see a fallen lightsaber and constructed lightsaber in Garrett's hand. Looks like maybe Kylo Ren was also drawn, so Garrett trying to go for another aggressive start to buff up the units. Matt has Victor Leader in hand, and looks like a Sanctioner shuttle. So if Matt's able to get 2 1-drops down this first turn, Sanctioner shuttle can capture something. So if Garrett's plan is to play Kylo Ren and upgrade him, it might be tough. So Matt plays the new 1-drop from Legends of the Force, followed by Republic Y-Wing. Garrett does play Kylo Ren and follows up by taking the initiative. So I believe that card from Matt is the Forged Starfighter. So it's a 1/1 with Hidden and Raid 1. All right, so Garrett does play Constructed Lightsaber on Kylo Ren, and Matt, following up with that great play, the Sanctioner shuttle. And Matt attacking with the rest, dealing 3 damage to Garrett's base. And Matt has 4 space units, and Garrett doesn't have much to show. Has to tap 3 for Grand Inquisitor. Might be setting up for a Force Throw play here. Sanctioner Shuttle deals 2 to base. We do see Force Throw. Looks like Garrett's going to have Matt discard, and we see the First Order TIE Fighter. Going to deal 1, cost 1, so deal 1 damage to the Forged Starfighter to take it out. Republic Y-Wing comes in. Matt's going to go into the TIE Fighter with the TIE and create a second TIE Fighter, and then tap 4 for the Clone Combat Squadron. So already that's a 7/7, as there are 4 other space units out. So this is going very well for Matt. Garrett hits Matt with a Pillage, so discarding Matt's hand. But Matt's going to be able to attack, generate a TIE, and just keep buffing up the Combat Squadron. So hits for 7. So Garrett's base at 14. Garrett finally dealing damage to Matt's base, putting 4 on there. Matt attacking him with the Sanctioner shuttle, and Garrett claims. So Matt attacks in the rest of the units, plays another TIE Fighter. So bringing the Clone Combat Squadron up to an 8/8. Garrett has 19 damage on base. Both players are at 6 resources. And Garrett force throws his own Emperor Palpatine. It costs 8, so that's going to take out the Clone Combat Squadron. So able to pause some damage there. Garrett still has 5 resources up. Looks like 1 card in hand. Something like a bombing run could do wonders here. The bombing run would have cleared the board before, so likely not what he has. We see Victor Leader come down, buffing everything. Garrett dealing another 4 to base. And first TIE comes in for 2. We see Maul come out. Now it's double red, so he's not going to have anything like an overwhelming barrage. Another TIE comes in for 2. Garrett's going to go ahead and put Fallen Lightsaber on there. I do not think that will be enough. Darth Vader goes and attaches onto the Sanctioner shuttle. Maul comes in for 9 damage, bringing Matt up to 17. And now the Sanctioner shuttle, piloted by Vader, is going to deal 8, taking out Garrett. So we go into Game 3. So the turning point of last game was that second turn. Matt being able to use Sanctioner shuttle to just capture Garrett's unit and just clear the board really quickly. So Garrett's going to hope to get multiple units on there early and try to deal as much damage as he can. Or maybe slowing Matt down with another aggression play or something like that. So Garrett has the initiative here. We see Bo-Katan in hand. looks like he might have some options because he's thinking this through. Or I think he's waiting for Matt to get down his last resource to start the game. Alright, so 2 is tapped for Bo-Katan. It's a 3-3. And Matt taps 1 for Forged Starfighter and a TIE Fighter, the TIE LN. Alright, so Aggression drawn by Garrett. So that's definitely a card he wants to see in this matchup. Looks like there's also the Infused Brawler that can do well, but Garrett doesn't have a way to generate the Force here, so won't get that payoff right now. So 3 into base from Bo-Katan. So Matt has that Sanctioneer shuttles again, but sometimes you save that to capture the 3-drop. So Matt goes in with the TIE LN for 2. And Garrett's going to open fire the Forged Starfighter just to try to decrease the amount of space units. But this also turns off Matt's coordinate, so he cannot capture anything with the Sanctioneer shuttle. But he does generate a TIE, so now coordinate's back on. He can also exploit the TIE fighter for the Geonosis patrol fighter, but he goes ahead and captures with the Sanctioner shuttle. So Matt having 3 space units. Garrett has a clear board. So looking pretty good for Matt. We're going to see Aggression dealing 4 to the Sanctioner shuttle, and then Garrett's going to draw a card. So Bo-Katan comes back, so he gets his unit back. With the Geonosis patrol fighter, we could see Matt, exploit a TIE and send that Bo-Katan back to hand. So Matt generates a TIE as the LN attacked. Remember, you can only generate a TIE if a non-token vehicle unit has attacked. And Scimitar out here. So that is a 3/6, and when damaged, gets +3. New unit from Legend of the Forest, a spicy include there. We're going to have to see how Matt plans on damaging that to get a buff. So Grand Inquisitor coming out for Garrett. Likely this is to enable Force Lightning or Force Throw. Matt has a Geonosis Patrol Fighter in hand. It looks like he's going to exploit 1 TIE Fighter to send the Grand Inquisitor back, knowing that is likely played to enable one of those Force cards. Bo-Katan dealing 3 to base. Matt, 6 damage on base. And after Matt attacks with the TIE LN, 7 damage on Garrett's base. Garrett, 2 resources open. Doesn't have a Force unit to turn on the full abilities of Force Lightning or Force Throw. But we're going to see Force Throw anyway, just to strip Matt of some cards in hand. Republic Y-Wing discarded. Scimitar going to base for 3. TIE Fighter for another 1 point of damage. Garrett at 11. And Matt creates another TIE Fighter. I think they were confused about some damage here, but they seem to figure it out. Matt passes here with 2 resources still up. Both players going into the leader flip turn at 6 resources. Matt having 5 space units out there. Garrett just having Bo-Katan. Now some of these double red decks will run unlimited power and deal 4 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage, and 1 damage to units. But we see, so I'm not sure if Garrett's running that, but we see Maul deployed. It's a Force unit, so I think we're going to be turning on, we see Force Lightning in hand. Force Lightning might be best for the Vader piloted unit, but we do see him tapping 4 resources, or 3 resources to take out Scimitar. Scimitar is a 3-4. I think I misspoke earlier by saying it was a 3-6. My apologies there. So 1 resource, 4 Force Lightning, and then 2 more resources to deal the 4 damage off of that. So Matt getting some more swings in with his space unit, generating a tie. So Garrett attacks base with Maul, followed by Bo-Katan. 15 damage on Matt's base. 3 resources open. Matt has all 6 open. 2 ties readied. So we'll likely see Vader deploy onto one of those ties. But if Garrett is holding some sort of upgrade removal, it might be more advantageous for Matt to just deploy to the ground. So he attacks 1 with the TIE Fighter. And now Garrett taps the rest of his 3 resources for Grand Inquisitor. So now Matt has free reign over here. So Darth Vader is going to deploy on the ready TIE Fighter, making it a 6-6, and we get 2 more TIE Fighters out there. Garrett claims, so Matt's going to go in for another 6 damage, bringing Garrett up to 23. And we see First Order TIE Fighter. And looks like there's an over... Not sure what the last card is. We see No Good to Me Dead. Okay, so he's going to make sure Maul can't ready for the next turn. And so Matt just needs to do 5 more points of damage. The piloted TIE Fighter can do that, but we see Garrett coming with with Force Lightning and Bombing Run. But it looks like he was just showing those cards and is scooping here. Has no way to prevent all the damage. So Matt coming back after that first game, taking the series 2-1. Thanks for watching, and hope you watch the next one.